Alright, last video of the night. Welcome back to the next episode. This is like month 9, day 1, 2, 3, 4, I do release, something like that. Today we're going to talk about the last lecture I had in digital consoles and also some of the English homework that I've been working on. So this video is meant for Tuesday, March 6th and Wednesday, March 7th. So my lecture was on the 6th, but I've been doing stuff all day today, which was technically the 7th, even though it's like 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. Let's go ahead and go over that lecture, though. So let me dig up my notes here, my keynotes. Week 2, Matrix automation. All right, so we talked about automation. This is the fun stuff, no doubt. So really, we covered recalling the console, automation modes and their meanings, running logic automation from the surface, control surface, and automating analog fader. So we covered 4 main things. And the total recall is an SSL term. It was coined by SSL, and basically it's exactly what it is. It recalls all the settings that you saved on the board, which with the Matrix is super easy because almost everything is automated. Everything but the knobs are automated, so it's pretty awesome. There's 3 types of recall groups. You have your auto resets, your manual switches, and your manual resets. Let's see. And we went through a little history of the automation, and basically we talked about how prior to automation, like they would have the different musicians or whoever they were working with, the pizza boy, come in and they'd be like, all right, for this one part you got to move the fader up, and as soon as it ends, move it down. And so they had to have like 5, 6 people crowd around these mixing boards to get automation in there, and that was when music wasn't really sophisticated at all. And then in the mid-1970s, automation kind of started to grow a little bit from its, whatever it was. And it was VCA based, actually. So there's VCA automation, motor based, and then you have your analog limits of what those can do. And then your different fader modes. Then came the DAW revolution. Literally, at least in Logic. I really want to learn Pro Tools. Mina has Pro Tools, and I'm going to be bugging the heck out of her to teach me the stuff she knows. Because I'm pretty handy with Logic. I'm not the best at it, but I'm pretty good at it. But again, I want to be good at both Pro Tools and Logic so I can get a job somewhere that does either or, Point is, in Logic, and obviously with Pro Tools, you can automate literally anything. Last weekend I did a project that was for Dave the Usher. He's one of my favorite Let's Play people. He's really funny. If you haven't checked out Dave the Usher, check out Dave the Usher. He's a funny dude. Anyway, I've been experimenting with synth sounds of my own, and I ended up automating the LFO. Simple, but it's really cool. You can automate literally anything. And so, there's the whole thing of analog versus DAW automation. And how like analog requires the song to be played once through the whole thing so it can create its zero base so it has something to go off of. In Logic, there's 4 different types of automation modes. There's write, touch, latch, and read. And they all do different things, of course. Write being the most destructive, and then touch and latch are pretty cool, and read mode is basically where it reads the data that you created with one of the other 3. There's also a trim mode, and it says Logic and Pro Tools does not have it, so I don't really know where you would see it then. Doesn't make sense to me, but there's also a trim mode. But touch and latch are probably the 2 that you would see the most often. And I would say, at least from my own experiences, latch mode would probably be the one that you use the most. And like I said, you can automate anything, pans to plugins, and with the plugins, you can automate any of the plugin parameters, anything. And also your sends and flip modes and stuff. It's pretty cool. And we talked about more analog automation and the different modes. Um, I think, let's see, there's your none mode, that's what's called, none mode, ABS mode, and trim mode. So I guess you'd see the trim with the analog stuff. Let's see, analog automation. So in summary, basically you got to be good at your project file management, know how to recall your desk, know the DAW and analog automation, and you can also use the mouse for assigning IOs and selecting plugins only. So I guess that's something for the labs. So that was the lecture for that day on Tuesday, which was just yesterday, I guess. Today was Wednesday, even though it's early Thursday morning. Today on Wednesday, I spent literally pretty much all day working on my English assignments. I had a second discussion to finish up. So take a look at that. Why is the computer not? Sometimes you're supposed to be able to do a 3-finger swipe over to the next page, but sometimes mine doesn't like to work. I don't know if there's any updates or anything. But basically for the the second discussion question, we had to find a commercial, any commercial, and talk about who did we think the ad was for, what kind of person would most likely respond to that ad, what types of TV shows or publications would we most likely see the advertisement placed, or where we would see it placed, and when. What are the advertisers specifically using to attract this particular audience? So what types of methods and techniques would they use in the advertisement? And also what audiences are being ignored? So, you had to do a little digging on YouTube or whatever to find an ad. It wasn't anything crazy and all that. So that one was easy. The only thing I had to do today is each of our discussion questions for English requires 2 posts. 1 is our original post with our stuff, and 2, we always have to respond to a peer, like a different student, one of our classmates. So I just had to do the responding to a classmate today. And I also had to work on discussion number 3, which was titled Evaluation, and of course it requires 2 posts, 1 for the original, and the other to respond to a classmate. And basically we had to download the slide picture, and the slide picture had a movie poster for the movie Psycho, and one was from the 1960 original film and the other from the 1998 remake. And we had to discuss and evaluate the differences between the 2 posters and how the culture changed between the 40 years and all that. And that took me a while, I'll be honest. It was like 10 o'clock just a couple hours ago when I finished that one, because it's like, man, I don't even know. I didn't know where to start. And finally, I found my starting place. So it worked out pretty well, I think. Hold on, I gotta take a drink of water. I'm thirsty. Yeah, drink water. It's good for you. Anyway, so yeah, I posted a good bit, and now the only thing I have to do for that assignment is actually respond to another one of my classmates before Saturday. So I worked on those 2 things like all day today. I still have a third assignment for English, which is the proposal. And basically we have to pick a problem and find a way, or discuss a way to fix it. Actually, I've got my assignment sheet here. Proposal. So the topic: identifying a problem/situation and proposing a solution. Sounds easy, right? Nah. It's got to be 4 to 600 words, 12 point times New Roman, all blah blah blah. We have to find up to 2 sources. Oh, excuse me. 2 sources to help inform and support our topic. Make sure we cite all work in APA format. Ugh, I've never been good at citing stuff. And the purpose, it says, the purpose of this assignment is to focus on a specific problem or situation of your choosing within the entertainment field and to clearly convey your ideas about the problem or situation and how your solution will work. The purpose is also to focus on organization and supporting your ideas. So there's some pages from the textbook that we have to read to kind of understand what's going on with the proposal type of paper. And we have to select a problem and pick something related to the entertainment industry. And I guess there's some advice. It says, when selecting your topic, make sure you take the advice listed on book page 166. Don't know what it is yet, haven't read it, it's due on Saturday. We have to find up to 2 different sources and cite them in APA, and then write our proposal in the following format of have an introduction of defining the problem or situation, propose our solution secondly, and then finally have a conclusion. So this is, I'm not, once I dig into it, I'm going to really dig into it Friday and spend my day Friday doing that. But, it's one of those things where once I dig into it, I'll be fine. Because the whole thing of stating a problem, what do I think will fix it and why, and then conclusion, which is a summary of the whole thing. I'm good at that. I like those types of things. It's scientific, it's logical, it's, step by step. It's no problem for me. It's kind of like physics, where it's logical. It's one thing after another. Well, this means this, and that means that over there, So, not worried about it. But yeah, everything school-wise is going good. I ordered the Akai EIE interface, the Electro Music Interface Expander or something like that. I got the red one. I was on Sweetwater. I was looking in the deal section, and I found one of the demos. So it was one that they used for the demo, like stand or whatever. For $170, it was $30 off, and I was like, well damn, for a nice interface like that, $170, 4 channels of mic stuff, not bad. Now I know it's not the best interface or preamp or anything like that in the world, but I'm not asking for the best. I'm just looking for stuff that I can do my own little projects on. So hopefully, starting this weekend when the interface gets here, it's supposed to be delivered on Friday. It shipped out today. I'm supposed to get it towards the end of the week. But once it gets here, I should be able to use my my own microphone, the SM58, and record my stuff for these videos with my actual microphone. It's going to sound so much better than with the crappy little computer mic. I'm going to be using it. It's going to be awesome. And I've got 4 channels of microphone input for future endeavors. I don't need all 4 right now. I don't even have 4 microphones. But you know what? For $170, not bad. They did say it has a couple scratches on it, but I'm not worried about that. It's got character, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm hyped about it. It's a new piece of gear to what I got rolling. So I'm ready to kick it with the Akai EIE interface. Word up. Also, I came up with an idea that I'm going to talk about later, actually, once I get it done. It's going to be kind of a long and drawn-out project of mine that hopefully I can make some extra bucks off of. So, on that note, I'm sorry I mentioned it, but it's something to look forward to, so stay tuned in the coming months, because it's probably going to take me a while to get it finished, no doubt, but it's going to be good, and hopefully you'll be interested in what I have to bring to the table, especially if you have Logic Studio yourself. So, if you're checking out the videos and you're interested in what I'm talking about, then stay tuned for sure. Subscribe so you can stay tuned. And yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and take it a wrap. This was supposed to be a short video, but I guess the English stuff I had to talk about a lot. So until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. Check out the other videos if you haven't. We're over 100 videos now. This is going crazy. I'm thirsty. I'm about to drink some more water. Yeah, this month is going great. I'm liking it. Mina's going to be back on Tuesday the 13th. I'm excited for her to be home. Man, I miss her so bad. It's not even funny. I literally miss her so much it makes me sick. Literally, I'm not kidding. So I'm hyped for her to get home. I'm gonna make her be in the video when she gets back. So it's gonna be great. So till next time, which will actually be tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy. Enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you then.